Creating and saving your family story. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us from Vivid-Pix is founder and CEO Rick Voight. Great to see you again, Rick.
Hello, Fred. Great to see you as well. Thank you for having me.
And congratulations on the continuing innovations there. Vivid-Pix software, we've spoken about it before, makes it really simple to restore photos and documents. And now you're taking that technology and doing some new things with it, unveiling something called the Memory Station with Stories solution. Give us the overview.
Sounds wonderful. So yes, we've been around for 12 years. We have various software to make old photos and documents look better. 2 years ago, we launched something called Memory Station, and it utilized an extremely unique scanner that's a top-down scan in order to be able to scan photos, documents, and objects or artifacts. And we furthered that over the last 2 years and launched here in the last couple of weeks at an event called Roots Tech, which is the largest family history event in the world. And we allow now folks to be able to scan to then restore, bring their old photos and documents back to life, improving color contrast, lightness, and sharpness automatically. And then folks are then able to add a voice recording to describe that photo, document, or object and where it fits within their lives. And then we actually stream together into an MP4 the image plus the voice so that you can tell a story. And that story can be as simple as a single image where an individual is describing a time in their life. It could be a graduation or birth of a child, monumental occasions. Or it can be as simple as vacation 1972. And you've got a series of images and you're describing how you felt, who you were with, and why this was an important part of your life. And those are stories.
Just wonderful. Let's take a look at some video on how this comes together.
I have so many pictures, boxes, and documents of things going back to 1894. I'm so glad that I found some way to preserve them for my family and future generations. Let's get started with my memory station. It's so easy to use. The image stabilizer flattens the photo to make a better scan. Then all you do is press scan. What's really amazing is that it doesn't have to be a picture. It can be an object and it will scan it. Click Restore and your images will automatically go into the Restore software to make them look great. So this is a faded photo. So you want to go up to Faded Print or Slide and click on that. And then it gives you all of these options and you can pick the one that you think looks best to you and click on that. And you can see the difference. It's amazing. So now that I have restored my image, I'm able to record a voice memory to go with it. So I'll go down here to record. This is my grandmother and all her sisters. I think they were like 12, and they are picking strawberries in her brother's strawberry farm. It's just great. They all have their bonnets on, except my grandmother. She was a little bit of a rebel. We stop record. But it's wonderful because now I can share this with my whole family. They've never even seen it, and you're all set. So Stories allows me to combine my images and my voice recordings of my memories to create movies. So this screen allows me to remove any images that I might not want or move them around to create a movie. So then you go to Create. Now let me share this wonderful short story with my family. This is my grandfather's naturalization paper that he got when he came over from Ireland in 1925. This is my grandmother and all her sisters. I think there were like 12, and they are picking strawberries in her brother's strawberry farm. It's just great. They all have their bonnets on, except my grandmother. She was a little bit of a rebel. So this is a pouch. It's called a pouch, and it goes on the kilt that my grandfather wore in World War I. He was in the Irish Brigade, and this was part of their uniform.
Rick, just terrific. So the memory stations you've developed are for home and professional use, and you've worked with facilities all around the country. Give us some background on that.
So we work a lot with the family history community, and that means we work a lot with societies, libraries, archives, and museums. And we, in fact, are the only for-profit business partner of the National Genealogical Society, founded in 1903. And we've also been working over the last couple of years with senior living facilities. And that would be whether it be independent living, assisted living, or true memory care, where we've actually done primary research in photoreminiscence therapy and using photos in order to be able to prompt remembrance and neurogenesis in the brain. So wonderful. So what we've done then is to be able to listen to so many different community types or individual types. So as an individual in their home, maybe they're coming up on retirement, they've always wanted to pull everything out of the closet in order to be able to relive these wonderful memories of their life. Well, we've now given them the education and the tool to be able to do that in a home environment. And it might also be that a couple could do this, or a family could do it at a reunion or over a holiday event. It's really designed both price-wise as well as ease of use wise for anyone. And then two, I think a lot about our health industry, i.e., how are we going to take care of the 100+ million Americans over the age of 55? And instead of having a caregiver walk into somebody's home and maybe doing laundry and doing dishes and maybe watching a little Lawrence Welk, wouldn't it be nice to be able to reminisce and allow this person to share their stories and create a bond with that either loved one caregiver or paid caregiver with the older adult?
What a terrific idea. And you talked about the benefits with the cognition with this kind of technology as well, how it can help people.
Yeah, we did this primary research in 4 memory care facilities in Orlando, Florida, and we were able to utilize personal photos in order to be able to prompt remembering and reminiscence. And the result, by using these personal photos, we had up to a 50% improvement in medication compliance. We were able to improve eating, and just a number of different research benefits by the simple thing that we call a photo. It's a prompt. And that's why NIH, the National Institutes of Health, described reminiscence therapy as using prompts such as photos, music, and household items. And this utilizes that knowledge in order to be able to help you.
So tell us about pricing.
So we have a home version that includes the scanner and the full memory station software for $799. And as we just shared in the video, it is a cool scanner. And we actually, Vivid-Pix, we adapted the Fujitsu Ricoh SV600 scanner to do a little bit more than what it was originally designed to do. So we actually took over the scan head and, technically speaking, the twain in order to scan at a 600 DPI TIFF, which is the highest resolution lossless image possible. That image input then allows us in the restoration and more in order to make it the best quality possible. So, and then most consumers in a home edition, most consumers are not interested in having these very large TIFF files. So then we output a JPEG, which is what we all are used to from our cameras. And then we also have, so that's $799, so very reasonably priced. And then we also have the professional edition. The professional edition is that our archives, our libraries, our archives, our museums, they need that 600 DPI TIFF. And so we have a more expensive product, a little under $1,200 for that product. And our licensing is such on the home version, we sell software the old-fashioned way, that the consumer is able to buy it. We provide free updates. It is not a subscription. It's a purchase that you have made to really relive your moments. And then on the professional side, it is a 5-year subscription in order for folks to be able to use it.
And with the usage here, tell us as you're using this, where do things get stored? How do you get these files and then share them?
It's a wonderful question. So we believe that we as individuals want to have full access to our information, and we don't want it to be always held in some cloud. You can use a cloud, but we believe that people want their own information. So what we do is the original scan and the improved scans go directly onto your computer. The original recordings go directly onto your computer, the MP3 file. And then these stories, which are an MP4, i.e. it's a narrated slideshow, for lack of a better word, or a movie, is an MP4 file. That also sits on your computer. And each of these components sit in your naming the folder name. So it could be Vacation 1972. And you scan, you record, and you make a movie, and all of it sits in the same folder. And now, if in fact you do want to share it, you just share it out to a friend, you share it up into the cloud. If you want to store it to back it up somewhere, that's available to you.
Just terrific. And for families, $799 as a family purchase seems like it could make a lot of sense, because I'm assuming you can really share this. The whole family can get involved in making use of this.
Exactly correct. And it is a wonderful way to bring together multi-generations into the story. So imagine a Thanksgiving or any holiday event where you've got people together to talk about these memories and to reminisce and bring forth these wonderful stories. And then, yes, the one family member could bring it home, do some of their own stuff, and then pass it around the family. We're also seeing it in the family reunion space. So in the family reunion space where people come together, they are generally talking about their lineage and either past fun events at the reunions and or people that were part of these events previously. And this allows them to come together with their images to talk about their family. And now all of that knowledge, all those images are being captured and stored for the future.
And of course, we've talked a lot about older adults and the benefits, but my thinking is for young families too. Got kids in school, they're bringing home pictures that they draw, or they're doing them at home, even preschoolers. And as they grow up, the different things that parents want to save, report cards, I suppose. All of this can be utilized with this station as well, I assume, to save all the things that you want to save.
You know, Fred, it's a wonderful add-on, which is myself as an example. We have downsized our house and we had to make choices on what we kept. And I hadn't created this yet. So many of those wonderful memories are now lost, or the memory in my mind is still there, but the object and an example of the artwork that Meg had done when she was 6 years old doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, you know, to be able to scan, to be able to have that reminisce time, and it's just literally just the click of a button on your desktop, and all of a sudden that image is scanned if it needs improvement, and of course the voice then being recorded.
So for more info, where can people go?
Very easy. So it's Vivid, VIVID, as in vivid colors, Vivid-Pix, is in Paul IX.com. And you'll see Memory Station on the homepage as well as in our navigation bar. So Vivid-Pix.com.
Terrific. Vivid-Pix.com, vivid-pix.com. Rick Voight, congratulations and thanks for spending time with us.
Fred, thank you so much, and for your listeners as well.